Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago Fire is about to say goodbye to two beloved cast members. Cast departures are nothing new for Chicago Fire, but we'd be lying if we didn't admit to being more than a little surprised by the latest cast exits about to impact NBC's long-running firefighter drama. In a shocking turn of events, Deadline is reporting that Daniel Keary and Jake Lockett are exiting Chicago Fire and will not be returning for season 14 should the show be renewed. According to the initial report, the decision seems to be a result of budget cuts, with Wolf Entertainment reportedly looking to cut costs ahead of renewals for the 2025-26 season. While NBC has not commented on the report, Deadline is a trusted source, which means this news, sadly, is accurate, and we're about to lose two amazing members of the cast. In fact, Keary has already responded to the news, releasing the following statement regarding his forthcoming exit. "I'll miss this character and it's time to move on. Thank you to the cast, crew, and awesome fans." Deadline reports that the decision to let both Keary and Lockett go is part of efforts to trim the budget, and it seems that cast negotiations are currently underway with the show's veteran cast members. This is because many longtime cast members' contracts are up at the end of the show's current season, which means new deals have to be worked out as NBC eyes a renewal for Chicago Fire, as well as its sister series Chicago Med and Chicago PD. What's scary is that the report also alleges that there could be more exits across all 5 shows, which hint that Keary and Lockett won't be the only Chicago cast members leaving at the end of the current seasons of Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD, Law and Order, and Law and Order, SVU. The one silver lining for fans of Ritter and Carver is that Chicago Fire has not wrapped filming yet on season 13, which means there is a chance we'll get proper farewells for both characters before the season draws to a close. Given how important both characters have been to the show, we certainly hope that NBC will choose to give the actors a proper send-off, rather than simply having their exits unfold off-screen. However, it is important to note that there is always a possibility that the exits might not be addressed before the season ends, and we could see the characters written out in the season 14 premiere with one-off updates used to explain their absences. Sadly, cast exits as a result of budget cuts are becoming a common trend in TV today. In fact, just 2 short years ago, Wolf Entertainment began to cut back on the number of episodes its series regulars appear in each season. This has resulted in series regulars no longer appearing in every episode of shows, such as Chicago Fire, and has led to actors randomly missing the occasional episode here and there throughout the season. This often comes in the form of characters randomly being MIA with their absences explained via one-off lines or, at times, not addressed at all. With just a few episodes left, we're going to be enjoying every Ritter and Carver moment we get before their exits, and just hope there won't be too many more shakeups coming the show's way, as losing 2 beloved characters is going to be hard enough. After more than a decade of heart-pounding rescues, deep friendships, and emotional highs and lows, Chicago Fire is gearing up to say goodbye to not 1, but 2 beloved cast members. As fire trucks roll out from Firehouse 51 and sirens wail into the night, fans are bracing for a send-off that promises to be as unforgettable as the characters themselves. Though NBC has kept the names of the departing cast members close to the vest, sources say the exit arc will be gut-wrenching and heroic, a fitting tribute to the firefighters who have become like family to millions of viewers. Rumors are swirling across the fandom. Is it time to say goodbye to Chief Wallace Bowden's steady leadership? Will Stella Kidd hang up her helmet to pursue a new life? Or could Joe Cruz, the heart and soul of the squad, be stepping away from the job that gave him purpose after Otis' tragic death? Whoever it is, the departure is said to be story-driven, a decision made in collaboration between the actors and the show's creators to honor the character's journey while opening the door to new chapters, both on-screen and off. Smoke signals, the clues we've been missing. In recent episodes, viewers have picked up on subtle signs. Lingering glances, conversations about legacy and purpose, and more personal moments that seem like gentle farewells in disguise. One particularly poignant scene involved Joe Cruz watching his son play with a miniature fire truck, his eyes clouded with thought. Could this be the foreshadowing of a firefighter choosing fatherhood over the front lines? Meanwhile, Stella Kidd, ever the fierce and passionate lieutenant, has been increasingly reflective about her future. In a touching conversation with Severide, she wondered aloud if there's something more beyond the call of duty, a hint that perhaps she's ready to pursue her Girls on Fire initiative full-time, expanding her reach far beyond the city. Firehouse 51 in flux. Executive producer Andrew Newman recently teased that this season would be one of transformation, noting that Firehouse 51 is entering a new phase. "We're not just saying goodbye," she explained in a press statement, "we're evolving. Every goodbye creates room for new voices, new stories, and new emotional truths." Behind the scenes, the cast and crew are preparing for a send-off that's nothing short of cinematic. Reports suggest a 2-episode arc will chronicle the departure, featuring high-stakes calls, callbacks to early episodes, and a goodbye scene that will leave viewers reaching for the tissues. "It's going to feel like a family member moving away," said actor David Eigenberg, who plays Christopher Herman. "Bittersweet, proud, emotional, but beautiful. A love letter to the fans." Over the years, Chicago Fire has become more than just a procedural drama. It's been a lifeline to fans who've seen themselves in the resilience, courage, and humanity of these firefighters. From Casey's quiet strength to Severide's tormented loyalty, from Mouch's old-school charm to Violet's rising star, each character carries a flame that's lit hearts across the globe. To honor the departing cast members, the showrunners are said to be planning a retrospective episode, featuring behind-the-scenes footage, cast interviews, and messages from fans. It will serve as both a tribute and a celebration, reminding viewers of how far these characters, and the audience, have come. Social media is already ablaze with speculation and gratitude. Hashtags like #Forever51 and #ThankYouChicagoFire are trending, with fans sharing their favorite moments, quotes, and even fan art. "I watched my first episode when I was in nursing school," one fan wrote. "Now I'm working in the ER and still tuning in every week. These characters kept me going. I'm not ready to say goodbye. What comes next?" Even as we mourn what's ending, there's excitement in what's beginning. New characters are being introduced slowly but surely, rookies with wide eyes and veterans with secrets, ensuring Firehouse 51 remains a beating heart of the One Chicago universe. There's also talk of expanding storylines for underused characters. Violet Mikami is poised to take on a more central role, while Ritter and Gallo continue to mature into the next generation of heroes. And of course, Severide's future remains a tantalizing question mark, a lone wolf walking a fine line between legend and legacy. Final alarm. As Chicago Fire prepares to lower 2 helmets and dim 2 locker lights, the echoes of the past will linger. We'll remember Otis's final words, "Brother, I will be with you always," and see them echoed in the eyes of whoever takes their last call this season. Saying goodbye is never easy, but as this show has taught us, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's doing the hard thing anyway, especially when it matters most. So as the station doors close behind our beloved firefighters and the embers of their stories rise into the sky, we stand together, fans, cast, and crew, watching, remembering, and whispering a heartfelt, "We'll see you on the other side."